Here we go. It's preparing the live stream. We will be live in just a second. In fact, it may be coming up now, even though we are still not totally live. Okay. I think we are. We're live. It just hasn't come up on my end yet. Got it. Okay. You guys, I think we're live. Can you do me a favor and check my page and see if you see the live stream with the three of us?
I see it. I'm just having.
Yeah. Okay. Good, 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 good. Well, everybody, we are here. The long-awaited recital of Taylor Brown. I'm so excited, Taylor. I don't know about you. Are you excited?
Yes, I am.
Okay, let me see how excited looks on your face. Yep, there it is. That's he all serious and everything. No, we have fun in recitals. We do. Taylor, who do you have with you?
I have my wonderful parents. That is my dad over here on my right over here, and I have my mother right over here as well.
Hi, mom and dad. I know that's what he calls you, but do you have names?
I'm sorry. I'm Denise.
Terry and Denise. Hi, guys. Everybody out there who's listening to the recital, say hi to Terry and Denise. And let's give a resounding applause, if you will, for Taylor Brown. Yay!
All right now.
This day is here and we are on the air. And in fact, it was about this time yesterday. I was really wondering if we were going to be able to make it because my electricity was off. And we have construction nearby. And we found out what happened. And there was a line that was cut in the construction area, but that affected everybody east of there, which included me. So I'm thankful that we're able to do this. Taylor, I'm so, so proud of you. Let me just, Taylor is not aware, so this will be a surprise to him. His mom wrote this about him, and this is the introduction for Taylor. So, you guys, give me just a second to read this to you. Meet Taylor Brown. With his love for all types of music, Taylor has always had a desire to play a musical instrument. He has been around music all of his life and he enjoys gospel, R&B, and jazz. Me too. Me too. He enjoys singing and has had the opportunity to take both drums and guitar. Now, I didn't know about the guitar. I knew about drums. Are you still playing the guitar?
No,
No,
I'm not.
you just playing the drums.
Yes, I am.
Good for you, though. I learn something new every day here. So he's taken both drum and guitar lessons in the past. He has been a part of the music ministry at the Open Door Christian Center, where he served in the capacity of drummer for the youth and young adult choir. When he was in the ninth grade, which when you look at his face, he looks like that was just day before yesterday. But when he was in the ninth grade, he played in the drum line at Riverview. I didn't know that. At Riverview
Yes.
Gardens High. Wow. He enjoys being a backup drummer at his church, which is Mount Gideon MB Church. His most recent position took him back to his home church, where he is serving in the capacity as drummer at the St. Andrew's Missionary Baptist Church. Taylor's love for the organ began when he was very young, and he would visit his aunt's house and play the piano. In July of 2023, it's been a year. Wow. He was given Miss Cheryl Morgan Young's name as a person who could possibly give him piano lessons. And the rest is history. Here we are. He has completed book 1 in John Thompson book series and is graduating to book 2. He is also simultaneously learning music theory in Alfred's Complete Music Theory Book 1. Taylor's goal is to use his God-given gifts to one day be in the role of minister of music. Now, here we are with Taylor, and all of you guys online, we want you to congratulate him, please, and encourage Taylor in his efforts, and continue to invite him to play. Continue to have him be your guest, and continue to just give him a pat on the back whenever you see him, because he's doing a great job. So you guys, again, let's give a resounding applause for Taylor Brown. Woo!
All right, y'all.
Very good. Yeah, there you go. Pat yourself on the back. Why don't you? I'm glad you did that. You know what, Taylor? A lot of us need to do that. We're all going to take a lesson from you, because we're harder on ourselves than we are on other people. And really, we should give ourselves encouragement, like David encouraged himself. You encourage yourself. So good job with that. So with that being said, we are going to start this recital. I'm excited. Oh, okay. Deep breath. Deep breath. So his first selection, Taylor's first selection, is called Long, Long Ago. Listen to this. The song first appeared when Rufus Griswold, editor of the Philadelphia Magazine, published a collection of Thomas Bailey poems and songs in 1843. Bailey originally named the tune The Long Ago. So it appears Griswold changed the name to Long, Long Ago. It achieved instant popularity and was the most popular song in America. Long, long ago in 1843. Very familiar piece it is. Okay, Taylor, take it away.
Deep breath, start over, go.
Deep breath. You did it, Taylor. You did it. You did it. Good job. Now, this next piece, which I think is really kind of interesting, is called the Frog Chorus. And it's a bit of a frolic. It's a chord frolic. And why do we say this? This enchanting piece uses two hand positions for the right hand. So sometimes the right hand is in the treble clef, and sometimes the right hand is playing in the bass clef. And that representing your young and your old frogs. The young frogs are represented in the treble clef, while the old frogs are represented in the bass clef.
An aura of self-sufficiency.
Hold on. There we go. I hit something. And without looking at him play, okay, so He's going to be playing, but without looking at him for a little bit. I want you to close your eyes and see if you can hear with your ears and can tell where both of his hands are. If they're in the treble clef, or if one is in the bass clef, or if they're both in the bass clef. It's not as easy as it sounds. And then when you open your eyes again, you'll probably see, all of the movements that he's doing. I don't know if Taylor's going to be able to do it, but I'm going to ask if you can play it twice. So the first time with our eyes closed, and the second time with our eyes open, and we'll look and see how Taylor is playing it. Okay. It's yours, Taylor. Take it away. Good. Now play it now so we can see you doing it. Look at this, you guys. Yay! Yeah. That song is not as easy as it sounds. So his hands are constantly going back and forth, and some of us can't walk and chew gum. Yeah. So so having to go back and forth and having your left hand to continue with the chord pattern and your right hand going back and forth is not easy at all. So you did a great job with it, the frog chorus. Now, let's just take a minute, Taylor. I want you to hear from somebody else, because you hear me all the time, but I want your parents, and they're in the room with you. I want you to hear them, what their feedback is of your lessons and how you progressed and where they see you going. Mom and Dad?
Go ahead.
Okay, so hearing him on Monday, so he's really come very far with his lessons, and he's less frustrated. So he's able to read the notes better, able to play it better, and he really enjoys it a lot because during the week, he's just playing when he's not working. So he's really enjoying the whole process of learning to read the notes and play the different songs, and it's such a great improvement from when he first started. And maybe if I was stuck with it, I could play too now, but I enjoy just because I can enjoy the process. So he's great to me.
That's good.
I watched him from day one to where he is now, and it is definitely a much more improvement when he's downstairs in the basement playing his piano. I really like what he's doing now. He has an art for it, and I'm just ready to give him everything he needs to make sure that he has with everything that he wants.
Yeah, Mom and Dad, you're great support for Taylor. You really are. And I remember in the early days, you remember in the beginning, everybody has a genesis, right? And in the beginning, it was frustrating for Taylor. Number one, because it's virtual, but number two, I remember the first time his hands had to move. He's like, wait a minute. And that's when we realized we had to start reading the notes and not just looking at the fingers. And now we let the notes tell us where the fingers go versus the fingers telling us where we need to put our hands and play the notes. So Taylor, you've come a long way. What do you think? How are you feeling about this whole process now?
I feel a whole lot better from where I started last year, because last year I was so uncomfortable. I thought I knew, but I didn't, and it was a lot to learn and a lot of progress to pick up. But from now, for me practicing every day, I feel more comfortable, and I sound much better from the way I started of last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, you absolutely do. And I can tell that you're practicing even more so because you're starting to commit music to memory, which I think is absolutely fantastic. Sometimes I'll be in choir rehearsal and somebody will say something, it'll trigger a song, a familiar tune or something like that. And I might just play 5 or 6 notes of it. And they're like, oh, what did she just play? So, by committing it to memory, you're going to be able to pull from that repertoire and even merge some of what you're learning in the classical world with what you're doing in the gospel world as well. So I look forward to the improvisation that's coming, and you're already doing some of it now. So um, good job, Taylor. Yes, he is. Good job.
Mhm.
Okay, let's get back. Let's get back. Okay, we got another instrumental selection, and I think I'll let Taylor tell you. He'll introduce it. But this piece is entirely written with what's called broken chords, and the broken chords are in the left hand, so they're played 1, 2, 3 notes separately, as opposed to 1, 2, 3 notes at the same time. Um, the song is written in the key of A, and it's written in 3/4 time, 3 beats to each measure, and each quarter note gets 1 beat. The 3 sharps for the key of A is F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. Taylor, introduce to us your favorite song.
This song right here is called Little Spring Song.
And why is it your favorite?
Why it's my favorite is because I like the way it's in the key of A, and it sounds so medley, and it's basically a pattern. It's like very smooth.
Mhm. It is very smooth. Be my guest.
Go for it, man.
Good job. Yes. There we go. There we go. Good job, Taylor. And there we are again with that crossover melody where your right hand went straight to the bass clef at the very end. So you're really starting to learn how to utilize that. Good job. The next one, before we take our little talking break, it's called Fairy's Harp. This particular piece, Taylor learned the art of playing chords, and what it shows in the music is like a little wavy line. That wavy line, ordinarily you would play the chord 3 notes at the same time, but that wavy line causes you to play it as an arpeggio. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of music, and we're going to listen to the Fairy's Harp at this time. Good job. Take a bow. Take a bow. Good job. Good job, Taylor. That's very soft and sweet. I like that song too. So let's talk theory, or let's theory talk. Let's theory chat. And we're gonna go to, we have a couple of quizzes. Let me explain to folks that are listening. Every time we reach a milestone in our book, then there's something that looks like this. I don't know if you guys can read that. Yeah, you should be able to read that. It's a quiz. And Taylor had 4 of them. We're only going to do, for the sake of time, we're only going to cover a few things in 2 of the quizzes. But just know that every time we come together, we're doing music theory, either in that red book or in this book, Alfred's book of Essentials of Music Theory. And there are actually 3 books in here. Book 1, book 2, and book 3. And so we're still working through book 1 in this. But let's talk a little bit about these time signatures. You see 2/4 time, 3/4 time, and 4/4 time. I want you to just pick one and then tell me what it means. I don't care which one you pick.
4/4 times. So 4/4 times, there are 4 beats to each measure, and each quarter note receives 1 beat.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And a lot of the songs that you do play are either 3/4 or 4/4. There's only a couple that I know in this book that you played that are 2/4 time, but 4/4 time is more commonly known as common time as well. So that might be a term that you hadn't heard yet, but 4/4 time is also common time. Tell me, what is a half step and what is a whole step?
A half step is the distance between a key next to it. And a whole step is twice the distance of a half step.
Yeah, that's right. That's real smart. That's a great way to say it. Half step is from key to key with no key in between. Nothing in between, just right next door neighbors. And we use the concept of a half step and a whole step when we were talking about accidentals. Remember sharps and flats? And so a sharp, it raises a note a half step. So that's how it's important for us to understand what a half step is. The sharp raises it. And when we say raise, it means we're going toward the right on the keyboard. Right, raise. We're going to the right. And then if we lower half step, we're going toward the left. So flats go toward the left. sharps go toward the right. Do you remember by any chance that word that starts with an A, what those sharps, flats, and naturals are? What is it called?
It is called the accidentals.
Yes, they are. They're called accidentals. And we have a natural. Let me just interject because I've already explained what a sharp and a flat. A natural just means to play the white key. Okay. And so when you see a natural, it precedes whatever came before. Um, and if you see a sharp in a measure, you sharp that note for the duration of that measure. Or if you see a flat, you flat that note for the duration of the measure, unless there is a sharp or another flat that overrides the previous one. Then you change. Or if there's a natural that says, no, just play the white key, then you change. And it's kind of like the order of operation, if you will. Going into just a tad bit of math, you have what we use the order of operation, your parentheses, your exponents. You've got your division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. And we say, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. But that's the order in which things occur in a measure based on whether it's a sharp or a flat and how long it prevails. So, like in your key of A, all of your sharps prevail. So it may not indicate at every note that you play a F sharp, a C sharp, and a G sharp, but you know that every F is sharp, every C is sharp, every G is sharp, unless otherwise noted. Okay. Did that make sense? Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about some definitions. What is the definition of moderato? Moderato.
So the definition of a moderato is you're playing the song speed and you're playing it fast, basically.
Well, it's a moderate. So moderato comes from the word moderate. So it's a moderate rate of speed, not too fast, not too slow, just moderate, like hiking speed, moderate, that speed. Now, on the other side of that coin, allegro. Allegro is your fast speed. So that's the faster speed. That's more of your jogging speed, maybe a little bit of running. Okay, so that's the difference between moderato and allegro. Now, what about legato? You remember what that is?
Legato means smoothly.
Yeah, it does. It means to play it smooth. And andante, what is andante?
Walking pace.
Yeah, it is. It's walking pace, a little slower, as you're walking in the heat, that speed right there. That speed, because you can't walk too fast in the heat. And so andante is a slower walking pace. Yeah, very good. And tell me now, versus the tempos, we now have our signs which kind of direct how we play the note, okay? How we hit it. What is forte?
Forte, loud.
Yeah, it is. And mezzo forte?
Moderately loud.
Moderately loud, yeah, or medium loud. And piano?
Softly.
It is. And pianissimo?
Very soft.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. You did good. Did good. Now let's take a look at page 39. Still a little bit more on theory chat or theory talk, but this time we're going to actually show some of the skills that we've learned. A major scale, and I'll just tell you, is composed of two tetrachords. You got your first tetrachord and your second tetrachord. Your second tetrachord is generally the first tetrachord of the next scale higher. So you have C and G. So you have C, D, E, F, and then G, A, B, C. So C, D, E, F is your first tetrachord in your C scale. And G, A, B, C is the second tetrachord in your C scale, but it's also the first tetrachord in your G scale. So you have G, A, B, C, and then you have D, E, F, G. Okay, so that's what the major scale is comprised of. Now, can you tell me or play for me the major triad for the key of C, root position? Give me the root position.
So the root position for the C major will be C, E, and G.
Yes, let me hear you play it. Yes, okay, keep going. What's the first inversion?
E, G, and C.
Yes. And what's the second inversion?
G, C, and E.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, so we know our fingers are not totally 100, but I want you to play the C major scale. Let me hear. And then come back down. Yes, yes, yes. Good job. Good job. Oh, I forgot. There's my sound effect. Okay. Okay. Very good. One of the things, Taylor, and I'm just going to encourage you here. This wasn't even a part of the program, but it just dropped in my spirit. As you are listening to music, okay, because you listen to a lot of music, you're already playing the blues scale, and you're also starting to do a little bit of improvisation. I wanted to challenge you to listen to the keys that are being played and see in your mind, can you connect your mind with your ear and tell where they're playing? Can you tell if that's a C or a D or an E or what key they're playing in? Even the key of C, you know how that sounds. The key of G, you know how that sounds. Key of F, key of B flat. So I want you, because you're drumming and you're concentrating on rhythm, but also now I want you to start to concentrate on what's being played, not just how, but what exactly is being played, what keys they're playing in. I want to activate your sense of hearing. Okay. And we're going to start to train your ear more. All right. So that's what we're going to be looking forward to. But that's enough for right now for our theory chat. Good job, Taylor. I'm so proud of you. Yeah. Yeah. Very good. I know. I know. I know. Just pray for me. Now comes the big moment. Dun, 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 dun. This is pomp and circumstance for your graduation. Mom, go ahead and present that to Taylor.
I'm proud of you and your graduation, Taylor. You can share that with everyone.
You want to read it to us?
This certificate goes to Taylor Brown, has successfully completed John Thompson's first grade book and is eligible for a promotion to John Thompson's second grade book. And my teacher's name is Cheryl Morgan Young.
Imagine that. Yay! Everybody out there, say congratulations to Taylor. He'll see your comments. He'll see your recording. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm always excited about graduation. I really am. Good job, Taylor. Good job. Okay. All right. I'm playing around here. Okay, enough of that playing around, Cheryl. All right, let's get back. Instrumental selection for Taylor. The next one coming is called Dutch Dance. And I challenge your ears to listen to this piece. It's very rhythmic and the rhythm is distinct. And I want you to let your ears hear the Dutch in this, the accents that are given on the first note of every measure. And it renders a sound that's synonymous to like the clicking of the wooden shoes and the dancing of the Dutch. So here we go. Take it away, Dutch dance. Yes, 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 yes. Good job, Taylor. I don't know if y'all heard it, but he added a little bit of expression at the end of that second round when he went around the second time. He added a retard in there. And what does retard mean?
Slowing the song down.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And it gives him a little bit of emotion. It's a way that we can express how we're feeling. You can start to feel the emotion. I love it, Taylor. I love it. So before we do the next one, we're going to take a break. And guess what? The break features you. So I want you to tell everybody something about you. You know, what makes Taylor unique? And, what kinds of things does Taylor like to do? What do you do during the week? And all of that. So tell us a little bit about you.
Every day during the week, I like to sit back, listen to R&B, sometimes hip hop, and listen to gospel music. And other times when I'm not doing that, I'm outside playing basketball with my brother, playing one-on-one, see who can beat who, and there from there until one of us got tired. And then another thing is, most of the times when there's songs, the church choir went over, I would literally like practice this song so that way I could do good at it. And keep practicing and practicing. And then also when it's not there, I would just go upstairs and play and practice on the drums so I can be better and be able to listen to what they're playing and what's not on the radio that I don't already know.
You know, and it sounds like you're all in. You are all in with music. You are all in. And that's the way you have to be, almost to the point of obsession, because of what you want to be. And you're starting as an adult. Some of us, I'm not going to mention, but some of us have been playing since we were little. And little takes on various forms, but we've been at it for a long time. But as an adult, sometimes it's harder to grasp those disciplines that we need to really take it in the way we need to achieve the goals that we want to achieve. We start a lot of things that we don't finish. So I'm really proud that you have, and yours almost, and parents, you can help me. But I've kind of figured out with Taylor, it's almost instinct now, because he's starting to hear stuff and he's trying to figure it out already without even seeing the notes. He's trying to hear it. And that's a little more innate And I think he's going to probably push more toward that and be able to utilize not just his eyes, but his ears as well, and be a very gifted musician. To the body of Christ, you will present a lot.
Yeah.
Your brother,
I would
speaking
agree.
of which, where is your brother?
He wasn't able to be with us on today, but I know without a doubt he's very proud of me of where I became and become.
Good, good, good. I'd love to see the two of you compete. I bet you're fierce. You play till you get tired. Who does most of the winning?
Is that who does most of the winning?
I would say him, and then sometimes me. It all depends.
He can't be too like you. He
But
can't be like he used to.
Is that because he's older?
He is older and very athletic, but he can't whoop Taylor as easier as he used.
Yeah, you got to practice that too. But that's good.
Yeah.
Where do you play? Like right outside? You have a court right outside your house?
Yes, ma'am. My backyard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I'm glad. All right, Taylor. Well, we're gonna get back to playing. Okay. Serious face. All right. This next piece is probably one of my favorites. Most folks that have gone through John Thompson Book 1 gets to play this song as a part of their recital. And I'm going to show it to you before you hear him play it. And then you'll understand why. It's a lot of notes. It's a lot of notes. You see that? It's a lot of notes. But it's a beautiful. Ooh, it looks like 300 notes on this page. But it's a beautiful piece. It's a beautiful piece. It's a Scottish folk song. The name of the song is called John Peel. It's one of my favorite. Introduced the concept of 8th and 16th notes in a 2/4 time box. So we're look 2 beats to each measure, and each quarter note gets 1 beat. There are all sorts of goodies found in this Scottish folk song. You're going to find a fermata, and we talked about a fermata, hold or pause 1 extra beat. You'll see 8th notes. You'll hear, 8th notes. You'll hear 16th notes, and you'll hear the left hand as it plays sometime in the treble clef. So a lot of nice little pluses in this song. Take it away. Yes. Yeah. Did y'all see the relief on his face when he got done with that one? Yeah, that's a beautiful piece. I love that song. I really do. Okay, now we're going. This is one of Taylor's, another one of Taylor's favorite pieces. We each have our own. And this is one, the Spanish Fiesta. It's written in the key F major, and F has 1 flat. What is that flat, Taylor?
B flat.
B flat. So that means every B is going to be flat. And we said a flat lowers the note 1/2 step. So this piece introduces the idea to us of syncopation in music. Simply put, it means the tying over the last half of the first beat into the first half of the second beat. And I want you to listen as Taylor plays the Spanish Fiesta. Yes, 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 yes. Woo. Good job, Taylor. Good job. You know, one of the things that I want to really stress um, is the fact that Taylor and I have never been person to person. So when you think about what he has done over the last year, and really he was ready in July, and we pushed it to today. I don't know. We had a couple of conflicts, but it's important to note, and I don't take this for granted because some folks are not able to learn virtually. But I teach virtually. I teach math, I teach music, English, language arts, all kinds of stuff. I teach virtually, even computers and GED, all of that stuff. I teach virtually. And it takes a lot more discipline, really, to be able to not be in my presence and still understand what I'm saying. So I want to commend you, Taylor, for spending a year with me, doing virtual lessons. And I'm proud of the musician you are becoming. I really am. And there are a few people, I've had a couple of people that have come to me because they want to be musicians. I learned classically, but I also learned gospel and anthems and spirituals and new age and contemporary, all of the genres of gospel music I've learned, and it's a part of my repertoire. So it's very difficult for me to be able to teach just one piece. I teach all of it. And because I think we all should have a broad spectrum when it comes to music, and particularly ministry of music, where there's so much more that goes into it. We, as ministers of music, we have to be the support that the pastor needs first and foremost, and then be able to lead. So you can't always be buddy buddy with the people that you are leading. But you have to gain their respect, earn their respect, and then be able to lead them while you are following the pastor and the Holy Spirit. So that's something that's not easy to teach. And I commend anybody that wants to dedicate their life to the ministry of music, because you're dealing on all different levels, Taylor. I want you to understand that you'll be dealing with the musicians, then you're dealing with the presidents, the vice presidents, the officers, and you're also dealing with and being somewhat of a pastoral piece to the ministry itself, to the department of music, to the singers. They have their own issues, they have their own problems. And so you've got to be able to fit in that role, whatever is needed at that time, and still follow what the pastor desires of you. So with that being said, and Taylor came to me because he wanted to learn how to be a minister of music. I thought it was important that he learns how to accompany, because many times musicians can run away and leave their singers behind. They're up here and the singer is back here. I've seen it happen. It'll kill a service every time. But I want, and you know what I'm talking about. Kill it. Absolutely kill it. And something else that kill it is if the musician plays something different than what the pastor wants at the invitation to discipleship. He can be quoting, holy, holy, holy. And we come back and we sing, what a fellowship, kill it. He'll kill it.
Yeah.
Because that's not the tone of the service. And that's certainly not the movement of the Holy Spirit. That's the movement of us being, in our shoes. But we have to be able to yield to what the Holy Spirit is doing and the movement of the Holy Spirit. And that's something I refer to it as discernment. You have to discern the method and the motion of the Holy Spirit in the service so that you know which way to go. I've seen drummers take it and take us to another stratosphere, just drumming, just the drumming, and people ignite, and you can see the Holy Spirit moving. So, Taylor, there's a lot that you and I are going to talk about, but this is one step in learning how to be not just a church musician, but a musician in the ministry of music. Okay. So now, everybody, we have a surprise for you. We have a surprise for you. Taylor's going to play, and he is going to accompany his dad and his mom. Yes, see, yes, absolutely. See, all right, Taylor, they're going to do for us, and we should be thinking about this anyway, because we're getting close to the Yuletide season, Silent Night. Keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Yes, you did it. You did it. Good job, Taylor. Good job. One of the things I want to encourage you before we have our final expressions, and for those of you who are still out there, I hope you guys are clapping and wishing Taylor congratulations. One of the things y'all don't realize, you sitting out in the audience, it's harder than you think. It's not easy. You know, it's hard enough just playing, but then to have to follow someone and to hear and to feel which way they're moving and to move with them. And if they keep going, to be able to pick them up again, not just stop, pick them up and go on. It's not as easy as you think. So Taylor, you know, kudos to you, 100 to you, right on it, right on it. That's the reason why I had you to do that exercise. Now you understand, don't you? Yeah,
Yes, I do.
yeah. It's not easy, but the more you do it, the more you will be able to do it. So just like you practice with nobody singing, now I want you to practice with somebody singing.
Right.
Because that will only aid and propel you. You know, it'll get you closer to playing for the praise team here in a minute. Because you know, the praise team, they don't sing a lot of words. Okay, they may have 7 to 10 words, but they do it over and over again. So exactly, so you got that multiple repeat, and that gives you the opportunity to just keep playing. You know, and sometimes Taylor, it's okay to stop playing. So there are some songs when you can break it and let the singer sing, let the voices come out, let them be heard, let the message be sent out and sent forth. And then the music can come back in. So you can judge that. I did it today. So those are different things that you can do, you know, in the worship service as you are ministering in music and in song. But Taylor, absolutely 100 to you. I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. Oh my goodness, I'm so proud. And mom and dad, y'all got some good voices back there. I'm gonna have to talk to your pastor to see if I can get y'all to come help me. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about it. We're gonna have to talk about it. So I'm gonna let you guys first, mom and dad, some final expressions and some words of encouragement. And then, Taylor, you have your final words, and then we're going to call it a thank you. Mom and dad.
All right.
Well, Taylor, I am very proud of you. You've come a long, 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 long way. And to see what you've done when you first started, I didn't know if you was going to make it. But you've proved me wrong. You have done an excellent, excellent job, and we are both very proud of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes, definitely proud of you. Because I know when you first started, in the beginning of the book, those are songs I still remember. So I know you won't forget what you're being taught. I don't know the end of the book now, but at least the beginning we were able to do it together. And you won't forget what Ms. Shirley is teaching you, and you will use that and keep moving towards your goal. And like I said, keep praying and keep practicing, and you're going to do great, no doubt.
Absolutely, absolutely. Taylor, you.
To myself, I can't believe I came a long way from from last year until now.
Yep.
I didn't think I was gonna keep myself and push myself to keep going because it's hard to stay in one place and to move to another.
Mm-hmm.
That's why my papa was like, you got to stay with it. You got to stick with it. You got to stick with it.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, I stuck with it, and it's paying off really well. And I wanted to be able to not only to just play one instrument, just to play multiple instruments, keyboard, organ, drums, whatever. Whatever what God has for me, I will be able to fill in for the ministry of the church and as, of course, minister of music.
Yeah, good job.
That's a huge goal. And Taylor, I'm so proud of you. You guys, that's wonderful. You deserve this. You deserve it. And so much more. So much more. I think that's about it. This was great. How do you feel now?
I feel a little bit.
I know. And after we get off camera, you're going to play all of the songs with no mistakes whatsoever. You realize that, right? You realize
the thing,
it.
though.
Yeah.
Realize that now, like what you said, when you following somebody or backing somebody, you got to stay with them and don't get off with them.
Right. Don't leave them.
Don't leave them.
That's right.
And that's one experience I just learned today.
Wow.
And it's hard, and it's hard. It's not an easy thing to do, but as long as you keep practicing and study your people in the church, you will be more fluently and more skillful and professional.
Yeah. And one of the things too, Taylor, that you've learned and you don't even realize when the pastor is closing, I don't know if your pastor hoops or not, but some pastors do hoop and they they sing their message toward the end when they're winding up. And I mean, it really is a wind up. Those basic triads that you've learned, those are chords that they're singing. Once you hit it, you hit that root position, and you can just keep hitting that number one is that root position. And you're hitting different chords based on it. You got your root, you got the first inversion, third inversion, second inversion, and then you got variations. Some pastors elevate, some pastors modulate. So, C, D flat, D, E flat. So I'm, not just to be comfortable, doing a little bit. I want you to start listening for those modulations and those changes in the music. Just start to train your ear now, because when we get to that point in your lesson, then you're going to have it. You're going to be there. You're absolutely going to be there. And with that said, I want to thank you guys for supporting Taylor. And I want to thank our listening audience for supporting and giving Taylor all of the encouragement there is. If there's nothing else, here we go, the church. All hearts and minds clear. All right. But thank you guys. We really appreciate it. Good job. Good job. Good job. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
See you
Tomorrow. Bye-bye.